I want you to imagine you're utterly mistreated, confined, and have absolutely no way to fight it. For 2 decades, you're held on death row for an unimaginable crime that you had no part in. For 2 decades, you maintained your innocence, hoping one day you'll be proven not guilty. For 46 years, that is how Kerry Cook lived his life. In June of 1977, Linda Jo Edwards was found raped and murdered in her own apartment. According to Equal Justice Initiative, Cook had met Edwards 4 days before her body was found, making police eager for an arrest. Cook was found guilty due to a combination of police misconduct, coerced testimony, fabricated fingerprint evidence, and a deliberate witch hunt because Cook was a homosexual. It wasn't until June of 2024 that Cook was found not guilty. DNA testing was conducted on an article of clothing that was used as evidence, which secured Cook's conviction, revealing his DNA did not match on that article of clothing. Although Kerry Cook had to endure the consequences of another individual's actions, he was saved from an even worse fate due to the advancements in DNA testing and the ability to utilize it post-conviction. As a student studying for associates in criminal justice, I have always been fascinated by unsolved or wrongfully convicted crimes. Out of all my research and deep dives so far, this one is the most overlooked topics in criminal justice system. DNA testing post-conviction is a newer, promising concept beginning in 1989, with an increasing success rate for proving the innocence of fortifying the guilty. Although it has extremely difficult accessibility with a generous wait period, it took Kerry Cook from 1998 to 2024 to complete the whole process. To expand on its effectiveness, Megan Sloan and Nicole Seaback from UNLV Center for Crime and Justice Policy posted an article outlining the statistics for the outcomes of DNA testing post-conviction. According to the researchers, from 1989 to 2025 in the U.S., 43 to 50% of the cases were proven innocent. Guilt was confirmed for 40 to 42% of cases, and only 8 to 15% cases came back inconclusive or unusable. Unfortunately, Kerry Cook wasn't the only victim of false conviction. According to Daniel Selby from the Innocence Project, from 1989 to 2025 in the U.S., only a total of 614 individuals were exonerated, 38 of those being from death row. One of these people being Kurt Bloodworth, the first person in history to spend time on death row and be exonerated by DNA testing in the U.S. Bloodworth spent nearly 9 years being wrongfully incarcerated before proving his innocence. He now has devoted himself to abolishing the death penalty and addressing the wrongful accusations. While it's statistically proven to be effective, it can be incredibly difficult to gain access to this resource. According to Daniel Selby from the Innocence Project, less than 1 in 10 crimes have DNA available, and testing is truly only accessible in about half of the states in the U.S. This is due to different states having various restrictions on when you can request one and if you even meet the requirements. Not to mention, the process time can range from anywhere from 6 months to a decade. Although if one is able to get approved for testing, there are 3 ways it can be funded. Through federal and state laws that provide that the government covers the cost for testing, and self-funded or private means. This price can range from anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000, depending on the case. Lastly, grants can be provided through the federal legislation from a program called the Bureau of Justice Assistance Post-Conviction Testing of DNA Evidence Program. Post-conviction DNA testing continues to pave its way as a resource for the wrongfully accused and guarantees the guilty. It has given chances to those like Kerry Cook and Kurt Bloodworth. It also has multiple options in which you can fund the testing, yet even with how promising it can be, it is restricted a lot more than most think, and the process can be extremely lengthy. Even so, the DNA testing advancements will continue over time, so we can only hope the restrictions and the process time will lessen.